All right, what is going on, folks? Wrestling Otaku back here on the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC. And I back here. It is officially Thursday night, January 22nd, 2026. So, real quickly, I want to make this video because I had to react to this bit of news out of the Ravens camp, out of the Ravens, of course, the Ravens franchise organization, if you will. Big news today. Big news today in regards to their head coaching position. They have now officially announced who their next head coach will be. This, of course, was reported earlier today. I got the news around, I believe it was around 6 or so. Actually, it came out earlier than that, but like this is when I first started catching, getting wind, being made aware of, this news and so on and so forth. So yeah, I want to go ahead and react to it real quick because this is a big deal, big news, and I had to react to it being a Ravens fan, and I have been covering this and following this for quite some time. So now finally, the Ravens have made a decision on who their next head coach of the organization will be, and it has been announced as of earlier today that Jesse Minter has come to an agreement with the Baltimore Ravens. He is going to come to Baltimore, and he is going to be the Ravens' next head coach for the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator for the LA Chargers for the last 2 seasons. Of course, this past year and then last year, 2024. Before that, he was an assistant. He was actually an assistant here in Baltimore. That was technically his first job in the NFL as an assistant on defense. I believe he was a secondaries coach, and he, of course, studied under Mike Macdonald and Don Martindale, Wink Martindale, for about 4 years from 2017 to 2021. Then he went down to college. He became a defensive coordinator for the Michigan Wolverines under, of course, Jim Harbaugh, who was the head coach there. Then he followed Jim Harbaugh back to the league when he became the coach for the Chargers, and Jesse Minter became the defensive coordinator. And now, how fitting is it that here this year, Jesse Minter returns to the organization that gave him his first job in the NFL, and literally everything comes full circle, and Jesse Minter is now the new head coach for the Baltimore Ravens. And let me tell you right now, I love this decision. I love this announcement because if you guys remember, I did a video not too long ago about last week when I was talking about who the Ravens should bring in as their head coach. I gave you guys my 3 top names, my 3 top candidates for the position of the guys that they were interviewing and all the guys who were speculated that they were going to interview and all that kind of stuff. And Jesse Minter was one of those names, and I am so glad that the Ravens named Jesse Minter as the new head coach for the team. And this is a big deal. He is a young guy. I mean, I believe he's like in his 30s, going on 40. But in terms of NFL coaching standards, he is a fairly young guy. He certainly has the pedigree. He's got the experience, but he's, again, a fairly young guy, and has got a lot of years left in him, and this will be his first head coaching job. And so I think he's up for the challenge. He's got the experience. He's got the knowledge. Like I said, as defensive coordinator for the Chargers, he led them to multiple stints of them being a top 5, top 10 defense. They were like number 1 in 2024 in terms of red zone defense. They were like top 5 in third down defense, fourth down defense, and then even this year they were top 5, top 10 in that category. So he's definitely got the pedigree, and he's definitely got the knowledge. And like I stated before in one of those previous videos I did, he knows the franchise, he knows the organization. He worked here for 4 years, and so now he returns and he is the head coach, and I absolutely love it. Great decision, excellent choice, excellent call by the Ravens. I give props to Ravens ownership, of course, their owner Steve Bisciotti, general manager Eric DeCosta, their president Sashi Brown, and everybody there who was involved with this decision. And great move, great pickup. Jesse Minter is the Ravens' new head coach. Can't wait to see what he does. Can't wait to see how he fits in, how he blends in with the team. And he's going to bring that defensive, of course, again, former defensive coordinator for the Chargers. And then before that, for, when he was in college for the Michigan Wolverines. And then, again, he was a secondary coach. He was an assistant coach on defense for the Ravens for 4 years. So he's going to bring all that knowledge and that know-how and so on and so forth, and he's going to incorporate it into the team. And I can't wait to see what he does. And now, going forward, now that the Ravens have found their next head coach, now we can focus on getting a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator, hopefully somebody competent, because I've been hearing word recently that Zach Orr is likely on his way out too. So now that we got our head coach, next up is going to be offensive coordinator if Todd Monken is indeed out the door, which it looks like he is, and a defensive coordinator as well, offensive and defensive coordinator. That would be the next on the list. And then after that, we can focus on free agency and then the NFL draft, which comes up in April. That's another couple months down the line. So, but yeah, want to react to that news of Jesse Minter being announced as the Ravens' next head coach. They have come to terms and they have come to an agreement with Jesse Minter to bring him into into Baltimore as their next head coach, and he will be the 4th head coach in the history of the Baltimore Ravens organization. And he's got big shoes to fill. You know, of course, John Harbaugh, who's been here for so long. And in fact, Jesse Minter studied under Harbaugh, and some would even consider him a Harbaugh guy, you know, because, again, he came from that system. He came from that lineage of, coaching or studying, learning under Harbaugh and, his guys. So yeah, again, and the Ravens, like I said before, man, the Ravens are a franchise. They love, bringing up, guys, kind of having guys, learn under them and study under them, and they love promoting from within. And Jesse Minter, former assistant here, from many years ago. Yes, he went elsewhere and coached and so on and so forth. But the Ravens decided to bring him back, and I think it was a great move and a great fit. He's gonna. I can already tell he's gonna fit in excellently. He's going to fit in greatly with the team and with the franchise, and I'm sure the players, especially the players on defense, are going to love this decision. Then I do as well. I think it's a great fit, great fit, great call, love it, and so can't wait to see what he does, man. Can't wait to see what he does. But this isn't it. You still got a lot of work to do. The Ravens still have a lot of work to do this offseason. Like I said before, they need to find an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and they got to get to work in free agency in the draft, because this team has a lot of issues that need to be addressed, and I hope they do. But this is the first step, a very big, major first step, and it's a good one. So Jesse Minter, welcome to Baltimore, new head coach, a new day. It's a new day and a new era and a new age in the Baltimore Ravens organization and in the Ravens football. So love it. Love to see it. But anyway, so those are my thoughts. 2 thumbs up from me. I would give 2 thumbs, but one of my hands is holding the camera. So, but yeah, 2 thumbs up. Love it. And can't wait to see what all the Ravens do next. So I'll be, of course, monitoring what they do closely here, in the coming, weeks and months and all that kind of stuff as we head into free agency and the draft and all that kind of stuff. And so, but yeah, that's all I got to say for that. So thank you for watching. If you guys have any opinions on this, any fellow Ravens fans, you have any opinions on this, on Jesse Minter being named as the Ravens' new head coach, go ahead and hit me up. Let me know in the comments what you think. And that's going to be it for me for now, for this video anyway. If there are any updates, I will be sure to make a follow-up video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So outside of what I just talked about there, did just get through watching TNA Impact, their second show ever, of course, on the new home AMC. And it was satisfactory, but it wasn't as bad as last week. But it's TNA, so I mean they had something happen in the main event, which was you kind of look at it and go, yeah, that's pretty typical TNA. But they at least had some solid matches. They had some decent enough matches on the show. So I may talk about that in a future video. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this. Thank you for watching once again. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment on what I discussed here. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support you can get. With that being said, it's pretty much going to do it. So once again, thank you for watching. Until next time, Wrestler Taco, I'm out. See you guys later, and peace.